I'm Russ WABUDA, and I'm a high school teacher, a historian, farmer. I live in New England, in Connecticut. I think I'm one of the last people to still be an old-timer here. And that's good and bad both. It's good because we try to carry on traditions in a traditional sort of way. It's bad because I lose my teammates so much, and you miss them, and you feel like you're getting part of a smaller and smaller thing all the time. But we're still trying to maintain whatever it is that we were when we were all together, and to slant our lives towards the way we were taught to be with the Yankee traditions. You know, thrift, honesty, hard work, that sort of thing. And it is enjoyable. So if you want to take and back a 104-year-old car out and use it for the intended purpose that it was, and it's not going to be any less pleasurable to do it today. Same thing with music. Just because the music was written Walter Donaldson or something doesn't mean it's any less enjoyable. If a million people like listening to it 30 or 40, 50 years ago, it must still be good. I don't think there's anything that I do that I enjoy that somebody else wouldn't enjoy if they try to do. What do you think that is? I didn't realize I had that here. I'm very happy to see it. I probably can make that used. Oh, here it is. Here's the rod here. This is nice. I'm glad I found that cylinder because I can take with that cylinder now. I know it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to get the ends out of the broken pipes, but those are hard to come by, those cylinders. And now I can take and use that pump over here if I want, instead of this modern one. This is a Maytag G2L washing machine. It's different from an E2L because E2L has the lid on there hinged on. This one, the lid you gotta take on and off, and I don't think it's as convenient, but for outside use it's fine. People say, well, faster is better. With music, louder is better. With paint, brighter is better. Louder is louder, faster is faster, more expensive is more expensive, cheaper is cheaper, but it's not necessarily better. And if we're not willing to understand that, I think we're going to leave behind a lot of things that we really like for something that's not better, but we're told it was. Advertising almost always implies quickness. They keep talking about going faster all the time. So people think that that's what they should be doing. Do you think you should be going faster all the time? The older timers had a luxury of time, and we have the burden of speed. They had more leisure time, they had more time to do things, they had more time to talk. When they took that away and went faster, do we have those punctuations in life? They make us reflect and really, in the end, make us have a better product. And isn't that better? I mean, if it's a better product, think about it, it really is, you know, better. There are only 3 sap fires in the United States, and this is one of those. And you see, there's some things about this that are different from Detroit cars. The doors only have a common hinge. It's only 2 hinges per side, and the doors work on the same hinge. So I bought the car wanting a project. I've done work with Rolls-Royce before, and this Armstrong Siddeley, I think, has Rolls-Royce beaten some of the technological ways to do things. We'll find out. I think it's going to run beautiful. People often ask me if I know the secret to life or a secret to happiness or that kind of thing. I think it's easy. I think you got to determine what kind of a person you are. Knowing who you are is more important than knowing where you're going. Because if you know who you are, I think you can do a better job to escort yourself down the path. You know, we're at the grocery store last winter, not this winter. It was a sunny day, and there was an old lady there, and she was trying to push that cart, and she was struggling with that thing. It was caught in the snow. I jumped out of my car, I pushed it across to her car for her. And some lady with a fancy foreign car starts blowing the horn and all that kind of thing. She had splashed the old lady with water, salt water. And so I said to her, you know, I said, madam, I said, not for nothing, but who are you anyway? She said, what do you mean by that? I said, well, who are you? You think you're so important? You couldn't spend the time to wait for that old lady to cross in front of you. I mean, she doesn't have much time left. You've got more time than she does. So I said, you know how many people who just, all they want to do is go to the bathroom by themselves today and they can't do it? And you can do all this stuff and sit in that fancy car too. And somehow you don't seem happy. A lot of people count the thorns and a lot of people count the roses. And sometimes some people are so busy counting the thorns, they don't have time to see the roses. But wouldn't it be better to have someone be so into counting the roses, you wouldn't have time to see the thorns?